3 in the morning. The house is quiet, but your mind is loud. Bills spread across the kitchen table downstairs. Numbers that don't add up. A bank account that's running thin. Maybe it's the mortgage payment that's due next week, or the unexpected car repair that wiped out your emergency fund. Perhaps it's the job you're not sure will last, or the healthcare costs that keep climbing higher than you ever imagined. Whatever brought you to this sleepless hour, you're not alone in it. Financial worry has a way of making everything feel urgent and impossible all at once. It whispers lies about your worth, your future, your ability to provide for those you love. But there are words written long ago that speak directly into this anxiety, words that have comforted countless souls who have lain awake counting dollars instead of sheep. Listen to these words from Matthew, chapter 6. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Behold the fowls of the air. Such simple words, yet they carry the weight of divine truth. Jesus didn't minimize financial concerns when he spoke these words. He knew his listeners faced real economic pressures, tax collectors, fishermen struggling with their nets, families wondering where the next meal would come from. He understood that money matters, that bills are real, that the fear of not having enough can consume our thoughts and steal our sleep. But in pointing to the birds, he's inviting us to see something profound about how provision actually works in God's economy. Those birds don't have retirement accounts or emergency funds. They don't lie awake calculating interest rates or worrying about inflation. Yet morning after morning, they find what they need. Not because they're careless or naive, but because they're held within a system of care that goes deeper than their own planning and preparation. The God who notices when a sparrow falls, who counts the very hairs on your head, sees your financial stress. He knows about that bill collector's call, the sleepless calculations, the shame of having to ask for help. And in this gentle comparison, he's not telling you to stop being responsible or to throw caution to the wind. He's reminding you that your value to him isn't measured by your bank balance. You are much better than the fowls of the air, not because you're more deserving of care, but because you're his child, created in his image, beloved beyond your ability to earn or achieve. The same God who provides for creatures without reasoning or planning has infinitely more tender care for you, who bear his very likeness. When financial worry grips your heart, it's often because we've forgotten this fundamental truth, that our worth isn't tied to our wealth, and our security doesn't depend solely on what we can see and control. The birds teach us something essential about trust. They work, they search for food, they build their nests, they tend to their young. But they don't carry the weight of tomorrow's provision into today's peace. They receive each day's provision as gift, not as something they've earned or guaranteed through their efforts alone. Tonight, when the financial worries try to steal your sleep again, remember the birds outside your window. They're not anxious about tomorrow because they trust in a provider who has never failed them. And you precious, beloved you, are held by that same faithful care. Your worth isn't measured by your portfolio or diminished by your debt. You are valued, you are seen, you are provided for by one who calls you his own. If these words brought comfort to your heart, subscribe for daily reminders of God's promises of peace and provision. And perhaps share this gentle truth with someone else who needs to remember that they are worth so much more than sparrows, yet cared for with the same faithful tenderness that feeds the birds of the air.